What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are doing another Omnibuddy overview. What are we looking at? We are looking at Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walta's Sentient deluxe hardcover. All right, so first things first, this is by TKO, and I have been stoked for this. So many people talking about it. Jeff Lemire is one of my favorite creators, and so I really wanted to read this, but all it was available in for the longest time was single issues. And then TKO, sort of out of nowhere, dropped a deluxe hardcover solicit for Sentient and for Sarah Deluxe Edition too. And so obviously when that dropped, I picked them both up because I was super stoked for both of them because it's been nothing but great comments and reviews, and everyone's been loving it. And it's Jeff Lemire, so I had to have it. So let's get looking at it. So we are looking at Sentient by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walta. This is the deluxe oversized hardcover, so it is about almost nearly the exact same trim size as any Image deluxe hardcover, or the same height and width as like a Marvel omnibus. It retails for $49.99 US, and again, this is published by TKO. As far as looks go on the outside, it's got this great metallic finish and some great metallic accents all over the outside of the book, the space, the eye of the robot, the lettering on the names. And then to top it off, it has this beautiful metallic blue gilding on the pages. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful sewn binding, great eye hole and all of that. Getting into it, this collects all 6 issues of Sentient and has a pretty generous amount of extras in the back. The pages themselves are a matte finish with great weight to them, so you're not seeing through any of that paper or anything like that, and there's no shine issues or anything along that line. The coloring in this book is absolutely phenomenal. The coloring has this sort of muted spatial tone to it that really matches the whole aura of the book, if it were, with it being in space. So it's not a lot of super bright colors. There's a lot of sad, mellow blue, which really fits the book, and obviously like the gilding of the pages and the tone of the cover and all of that. Story-wise, you're just thrown right into it, talking about kind of this back narration of, this is a story of our mother, started when we left home to move to space. And that's where it gets going. It's told from a child's perspective, a very mature child, and it starts with the juxtaposition of how 2 kids are living their lives in space on this spaceship traveling. And you don't really know where they're going or necessarily what they're doing until a couple chapters in, and then it starts to piece together. But again, it jumps really quickly into it in throwing you into this story that a lot of people have called kind of a Lord of the Flies in space, which I somewhat agree with. I would say it's Lord of the Flies meets Lost in Space meets 2001 A Space Odyssey. It feels like a steady hum, kind of like the backtrack of 2001, where it's just that steady chaos, tension going on in the background. So that's where I get that feeling from. Lord of the Flies, obviously, it's dealing with a lot of children and what happens when they are left to their own devices when a catastrophic event happens with all of the parents and all the adults. And then you have Lost in Space, where they are traveling through space in the unknown, trying to make things happen, trying to learn on the fly. Also bringing it back to that 2001 Space Odyssey, where they're dealing with a lot of AI discussion, and can you trust it, can you not? It's a very cool story that over the course of 6 chapters or 6 issues moves very quickly. I would like to see it have taken a little bit more time. I would love to see 6 more issues where they could expand the story after this, maybe a volume 2, hopefully, because this seemed to sell very well. They might go back and do a volume 2. Lemire has been known to do that with Sweet Tooth: The Return. So we'll see what happens. I'm all for it. The art in this by Gabriel Walta is gorgeous. It fits the whole tone, it fits the characterizations, and it fits just the general storyline and plot. With a lot of space and spaceships and travel, there can be a lot of overwhelming detail, but Gabriel Walta is able to focus your eye where it needs to go. You're never confused, especially with the coloring, really helps pop it. The art is phenomenal. Like I mentioned, the extras in this book are great with the cover art gallery. There's not a ton of cover art gallery stuff because there was only 6 issues, but then there's a large section dedicated to sketchbook and panel progression, and then it goes through and gives you the scripting for some of the issues and then lays it next to the different panels so you can kind of see that refinement and that process, which is very fun to see. This book was so well put together and I feel like super well told. I'm so happy that TKO published it, and beyond them publishing it in those single issues with a 6-issue slipcase box set that they made this deluxe edition and made it so much more appealing and broadly available with all these extras. Alright, so that was a quick look and overview of Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walta's Sentient deluxe hardcover, published by TKO. Again, that story was awesome. It was so fun to read. It was a very quick read. I wanted some more, but you know what? When I'm reading a story or watching a movie or show, I'm always happier wanting more than a creation kind of overstaying its welcome, if that makes sense. And this was a great story, and it was well paced. The writing was great. The art was phenomenal. Like I said, just I wouldn't mind just having more of the world fleshed out. I'd love to see what they do, what they could do or would do if they got a Sentient Volume 2 going. I think that could do some really cool stuff, continuing it with the AI plot and the planet plot and the kind of insurrectionist plot. Lots of options and lots of cool story with it. Like with all my overviews, I try not to do too much spoiler, so I won't go too much into that. But overall, great story. You cannot miss this. If you can pick up Sentient, don't miss out on it. Super fun. It's another great entry by Lemire, so make sure to check it out. If you're looking for books, you can always hit up Organic Price Books, this channel's sponsor. Use code Omnibuddy for $2 off every order. Omnibuddy ship it together as a code for if you're ordering 3 or more books, and you can get 5% off using that code. Help support the channel, support a great company like OPB, and get some really good books at a really great price, shipped fast, really securely with amazing communication. Anyways, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. But the most important thing, like I say in every video, to do is comment. I love talking with you all about what you're reading, picking up, selling, tips on collecting and doing all the different things that come with collecting, whether it's shelf care or where you purchase from or how you take care of your books or anything. So let me know in the comments. A little prompt for this week or this video. What is your favorite Lemire comic? Why? And why is Lemire your favorite creator? Because he's pretty much the best creator out there. In my opinion, one of the top ones. I think he's probably top 3. At worst, top 5, because the dude is amazing. But yeah, that's it. I'll let you go. Take care. Stay cool.